Hey, in this video we are going to talk a bit about substitution and substituting some values into a formula. Now it's not that hard, but it does actually get a little bit controversial. We'll talk about that when we get to it. So here's our question. We're given this formula, V equals U plus AT. It's got a lot of pronumerals, a lot of letters standing in for numbers. But for many of these numbers, we're given some values in this question. U equals 8, A equals 6, and T equals 5. So all I need to do is find the corresponding letters in the formula and substitute these values in. Now, the letter out the front here on its own, on one side of the equal sign, all on its own there, we call this the subject of the equation. So in this case, V is the subject of the equation. These pronumerals, we're going to replace, we're going to substitute in these values. Now, here's where it gets controversial, because most people will just go and replace the U with an 8, the A with a 6, and the T with a 5. And for many questions, that will work fine. However, I would like you to get into this habit, and I'm going to explain and show you why in a moment. First of all, we're going to rewrite the equation, but everywhere I see a pronumeral other than the subject, I'm going to replace it with a set of brackets. So where the U was, I've got a set of brackets. Where the A was, some brackets. Where the T was, brackets. I've created a space to put these values in. So now I'm just going to take those values and put them in. So where the U was, I'm going to replace it with the value of 8. Where the A was, I'll replace it with this value, 6. And where the T was, I'll replace it with this value, 5. Now the beauty of doing it this way, if you didn't put the brackets, literally the 6 and the 5 will be next to each other. And sometimes you can just freak out, forget what you're doing, and think, well, this is 65. But it's not. It's actually 6 multiplied by 5. So the brackets just help you avoid making that mistake. But they also come in handy for other reasons as well. The beauty of this is, in your calculator now, even if you were, let's say you were in an exam and you're starting to panic a little bit, or you're getting a little bit overloaded, you don't even have to remember that this means 6 times 5. You could literally just type this into your calculator with the brackets. You could go bracket 8. In fact, let's do it. I've got my handy dandy FX82AU calculator here, and I am literally going to type in exactly my formula as I see it. Bracket 8, bracket plus bracket 6, bracket 5, bracket. Okay, exactly as I see it. When I hit equals, I get a value of 38, which luckily is our actual answer, 38. Okay, because this bit here means 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 is 30 plus the 8. So that's where my 38 comes from. So I didn't even if I'd sort of freaked out and forgot what this bit meant, I could put it in the calculator and all would be sweet. Let's have a look at another example. If S equals N outside of N plus 1, find the value of S when N equals 3. I'm going to follow the exact same process. I'm going to rewrite my equation. Everything other than the subject of the equation, I'm going to replace. So where this N was, I'm going to put a bracket. Now, I've also got brackets here. So I need to put them in because they're already in the question. And now I'm going to replace this N also with a set of brackets. So it looks a little bit weird, but it still all works. And everywhere where the N was, I'm going to simply put in a 3. So as a 3 goes in there, 3 goes in there. Let's pull it up on our calculator. And through the wonders of technology, we've saved a bit of time. I've put in every bracket. So there was a double bracket here. So I've got to do the double bracket here. When I hit equals, I get a value of 12. Because the 3 plus 1 gives me 4. And 3 times the 4 gets me the 12. Now, even if I'd forgot what was going on here, the calculator did all the thinking for me. So it's a really nice tool just to help get some of the thinking out of your head if you're not sure. Now, some of you might be thinking, nah, I'm not going to do the brackets. That's just silly. Well, I want to show you why it's actually important, because there are sometimes if you don't do the brackets, you'll actually get the wrong answer. Let's have a look. Find the value of x squared when x equals negative 2. Now, many people would just go without the brackets. They'd go, all right, well, where the x was, I'm going to put negative 2. So I've got negative 2 squared. Now, 2 squared is 4, and it's a negative out the front, so my answer is negative 4. In fact, even if you put that bit in the calculator like that, that's the answer you'll get. Let's check. So I've typed in -2 squared. Let's hit the equals button, and again an answer of -4. It must be right. The calculator said it's right, but I'm here to tell you it's actually wrong. That is not the right answer. -4 is incorrect. Let's do it the way I've been asking you to. We're going to put in the brackets. Wherever the x was, the pronumeral, I'm going to put a set of brackets. I'll now insert my value into that, and if I do that in the calculator, if I type in -2 inside of brackets squared, and I actually get an answer this time of +4. And I happen to know that that is the right answer. Now, I'm not going to go through and explain why. You're just going to have to trust me that in this case, the correct answer is going to be +4. Because really what I've got is I've got -2 times -2. Two negatives multiplied together give me a positive answer. So I would really like you to get in the habit, even for the easy ones, until you sort of feel super confident with these things. It's a really good habit. Just it takes an extra couple of seconds to put the brackets in, substitute your values in, and then just whack it into the calculator. If you're not sure about the calculation, if the brackets are there, the calculator will always give you the right answer. Good job. Well done.